All right, we're back in the garden. It's May 23rd. Lots of stuff coming up. Many varieties. You can see some kale seedlings coming up, as well as maximas all over the place. Cucumbers, melons, etc. See some lentils coming up, peas, all manner of things. There's some corn here on the edge. And yeah, it's popping up through the wood chips. And I have not done much supplemental watering until today. Did a little watering just now, but I haven't actually been by much. And yeah, the wood chips seem to keep the soil pretty well packed, pretty moist. And yeah, it looks good. I bet some cool stuff's gonna happen here. Some potatoes coming up. Some there as well. A few weeds popping back up. That's alright. Pretty happy with how all the maximas look here. So that should be cool. Put a few potatoes down in this pit, this little hole right here as well. Seems to be coming up. No nibbles from the outside world. I guess that's because it's fenced in. A few maximas still kind of popping up, but very happy with how things look here. Green. It is May 25th. I'm out in the community garden plot, and this is an area where there used to be a bunch of Japanese knotweed. Public enemy number one in these parts. This is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. But I'm gonna plant in. Here I have a big tub full of moschata, cucurbita moschata seeds. So these are butternut squash type seeds. They are tough, and they should do actually, I think, pretty well in this kind of underscore type area. I'm just gonna throw them around and see what happens. Got a lot here. These are not, A grade seeds by any means, but they are seeds that have survived all the same. So I'm just gonna throw them around. It's always fun to throw around seeds. It's a nice time to, in your mind, sort of embed a little intention, whether it's real or not. I think it's a good idea to do, just for your own sake, if nothing else. But now is a good time to sort of meditate on the process and have a good time with it. It should feel good to do. It's a beautiful act. It's really a beautiful, elegant thing that humans can do. May 30th. Just to look here, it's been a little bit dry. Hasn't rained a ton this spring, they're saying, is what the locals say. Wow, but some stuff is really going fast. Turnip, it looks like it's got pretty big leaves on it already. There's a kale, seems to be doing just fine. This is all maximas in here. And yeah, stuff is still popping up and looking good. Probably a few cucumbers, okra seedlings I'm seeing in there. Still doing their thing. Over here, there's more potato, lentil. These big ones are maximas. Lots of brassica stuff going on as well, and seems to be pretty healthy. So all in all, looks pretty cool. potato over here. That's the ones I just kind of dropped in the hole. Not weed there. But yeah, what can I say? There's plenty of action here. Things are looking pretty good. So I may try and plant another row of sort of mixed vegetables. Round 2 in my planting. I'll probably do three runs. But yeah, no complaints here. I put up these pipes just so people. It doesn't really look like a row of garden vegetables, and so people are kind of stepping on it. But even in the areas where stuff got stepped on, it seems to have bounced back, which is good to see. So can't complain about that. Anyway, yeah, just a mix of all kinds of garden vegetables to see what thrives, what survives. But generally trying to get a good cover going here. And I think these maximas will pop up and start really taking up some space quickly. So everything else is just kind of filling. So happy to see lots. Hello, natural farmers. It's June 5th. And I have 3 beds or rows in varying stages of progress. This one I think I planted out about 2 weeks ago, and there's lots still in there. You can see some okra, we've got kale, we've got some thorny weed, we've got Cucurbita maxima, peas, maybe a little late for those. We'll see how they do in a sort of crowded environment like this. Chinese cabbage. What else? Lentils. That's a lentil plant right there. Yeah, I would say some corn on the end there. My main goal in this plot was Cucurbita maxima, but you can see there's some potatoes growing here as well. And so it's going just fine there. Over here, this is relatively recent, but you see lots of stuff coming up. I planted out a bunch of C. maxima seeds that I thought were dead and gone, but it looks like some of them are popping up. I think this is there. There were some peanut seeds as well that I thought maybe they had some mold on them, but it seems as though those come up as well. So some beans, you can see those as well, right there. Those are from the mix that I got with the golden seed share. So some stuff just kind of getting thrown in for fun. And that's, I think, a good way to do it. You will get lucky on some stuff. Some stuff may or may not work, but at the end of the day, you will probably have something that succeeds and takes off in the way you want it to. So, yeah, pretty happy with how things have been going here. People have been noting that it's been a pretty dry spring or early summer. There has not been a lot of rain. Soybeans, that's another thing I planted in here. I am trying to get open flowers going on soybeans, so promiscuously pollinating soybeans is sort of a long-term project. Mix that in with wild soybeans, so glycine max, in addition to glycine soya. So yeah, that will act as kind of a nitrogen fixer in here as well. So soybean is kind of an afterthought as opposed to the main crop. There's probably some cool stuff that can be done with that. So it's really fun to look and just sort of see what's popping up right now. I covered this with kind of a thin layer of dirt and then a pile of wood wood chips. And yeah, lots of cool stuff coming up. There's a bunch of cucumbers in here as well as other stuff. So cucumbers and stuff in here as well. Hopefully they don't get too shaded out by the maximas, but you know, that's just kind of a matter of they'll be growing in some shade and we'll be doing their thing, looking for tough versions of these kinds of plants. We'll see what gets lucky going forward. That's, you know, the way that things have to go sometimes. So happy to see what's going on here. This is sort of my corner of the community plot. Here's a little bit more traditional beds that they have going on here. And those just got planted out last weekend. Yeah, it's been a week. Or it was just 8 days ago, I guess, that we planted those in. Brassicas are there now. We'll see what happens with those. You know, not to toot my own horn too much, but I think that we'll probably see brassicas doing just fine without netting over here. And ones maybe over there may struggle even with the netting, but who knows? I don't want to get too cocky, but you know, there's something about land racing that makes plants tough. Some of the maximas over here seem to be doing particularly well. That could be because they're sort of in a little shade. Things do seem a little bit greener, fuller leaves over here than over there. So it's good to sort of plant into a few different conditions with light and see what happens. Because you know, it's a spectrum, and the genetics that you're working with are a spectrum too. So you can sort of see what works where and what doesn't. And you don't have to be too precious about it. So I just dug some holes to plant in tomatoes, peppers, and tomatillos. These are all Grexes from the Going to Seed swap seedlings that I planted indoors and now putting in. Heavy dose of lots of other seeds in there with it. In particular, cucumber and melon, sea maxima, peanut, watermelon, kale, lentils, probably some other stuff I'm forgetting. Kitchen sink though, pretty much. Everything I have available that seems like it'll work well, that won't grow too tall. I didn't put in okra because I don't want it shading out these kind of pulse-on plants. And I didn't do soybeans in this either, but I did do some regular hot weather beans, also from the Going to Seed mix. So we will see how this goes. I'm going to water it, then put some dirt down over it, then put some wood chips over it. So it'll look kind of like that.